Undeterred, Mr. Fairbank had work begin the following Monday morning to rebuild the home from its original plans. It stood here for the next 80 years and stayed the Fairbank family for 4 generations until 1955 when it was torn down and the property was subdivided. In 1895, a flagpole golf course was added to the estate grounds. It was actually here on Mr. Fairbank's golf course that many of the millionaires living at the lake were introduced to a relatively new game of golf. Later that year, they established the Lake Geneva Country Club that Sid will point out later on in the tour. Now, the thing about Geneva Lake that you might notice is that there is no open land along the lake shore that you can buy to build your property on. So a lot of people ask us, well, how can I build my dream house out here on the lake? Well, in order to do that, you must buy someone else's dream house, spend a pretty penny tearing that one down, and then building yours right on top of it. That's actually what happens. These properties are especially interesting as they are currently or were at one point all part of the Wrigley estate. Under William P.K. Wrigley, the family amassed vast business, sports, and real estate holdings. At the time of P.K.'s passing in 1977, the family's interests included the Wrigley Chewing Gum Company, Chicago Cubs, Wrigley Field, the Wrigley Building in downtown Chicago, real estate holdings in downtown Phoenix, Arizona, and most of Catalina Island off the coast of Southern California. Now, the first home on the Wrigley complex is called North Woodside. It's that white home with the green trim. It was constructed in 1876 for General Henry Strong. He was president of the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe Railroad. Now, in later years, North Woodside was owned by Olaf Nelson T. Vander, who was credited with numerous inventions. One invention which proved to be quite successful was the sanitary milk bottle cap, which is that small cardboard disc that would stay on top of old glass milk bottles. Now, it is said that this simple invention enabled Mr. T. Vander to retire here at the ripe old age of 26, a multi-millionaire.
Oh, esa. Ya. Mira dónde están en el agua. No, no ha de ser garaje. ¿O crees? No sé qué será, pero está muy cerca del agua, ¿no? Mira, hay buenas casas aquí, puras casas de lujo. Yo digo, mira la yarda que tienen ahí.
The next spot, the estate is called Hillcroft. The estate began in the 1880s as a small hunting lodge for architect Henry Lord Gay. It was originally named Gay Inn. From 1927 until 1966, Hillcroft, as it was renamed, served as P.K. Wrigley's summer residence and later as his guest house. Now, this original main building was torn down and was replaced in 1984. Now, that home incorporates many of the architectural features of the original home and remaining buildings on the estate. This home is actually just roughly 1/3 the size of that original. The next home is called Green Gables and was P.K. Wrigley's main residence at the time of his passing in 1977. However, this is not the original Green Gables. The original dated back to 1892. It also included 30 bedrooms and 20 bathrooms, many of which featured gold-plated fixtures. That original home was torn down in 1955, and this new one was completed in 1966. At the time, it was considered state-of-the-art as everything from the flagpole to the drapery was controlled electronically. Now, I know some of you might be thinking that the Wrigleys must have downsized when they came to this next home right here, but I am here to assure you that is not the case at all. That is what he had done with that home. So they marched right over, checkbook in hand, said name your price, and bought it back right on the spot. It's been owned by extended members of the Wrigley family ever since. This does complete the Wrigley estate, originally taking up about a mile of shoreline here at beautiful Geneva Lake. Cream Clear Villa with the orange tile roof was the first of several estates built in 1906. It was constructed for Edward S. Swift, the son of Gustavus Swift, founder of the Swift Meatpacking Company. The estate was known as Villa Hortensia, named for Edward's wife Hortense.
No, eso sí está bien lejos, pero está muy bueno. Es bien bonito
If
aquí.
you brought your phone or a camera, I recommend that you take it out, as many consider this next home to be the most beautiful on the lake, and it is a
Bueno
stunning
amigos, espero les
example of
guste
Georgian
el
architecture.
video, denle
It's
like,
known as
compártanlo
Osborne
y ahí
Hall,
estamos
completed in
amigos, les saco, les
1906
tomo
for
otro.
Norman W. Harris of the Harris Trust and Savings Bank in Chicago, which is right across from the North Shore to the South Shore. I have the opportunity to share some facts about the lake itself. As near as geologists can tell, the lake was formed over 20,000 years ago as a result of glacial action, which created the lake basin and sculpted the landscape. The lake is 7 miles long from east to west and 2 miles wide at its widest point from Williams Bay to the Lake Geneva yacht club on the south shore. There are just over 20 miles of shoreline, and the surface area is 5,400 acres, which makes it the fifth largest lake by volume in the state of Wisconsin. It is also the second deepest lake in the state, reaching a maximum depth of 142 feet. And just to put that into perspective,
throughout the city of Lake Geneva. So we lower the lake several inches to prevent the shoreline from ice damage. And then the melting snow and the spring rain usually fill the lake back up within just a few short weeks. You might also be wondering, why are the piers numbered? There's two reasons for that. The first reason they are numbered actually is for mail delivery. So the U.S. mail boat, the Walworth, one of our other boats in our fleet, we deliver mail all the way around the lake every day from June 15th to September 15th. You can see one of the mailboxes here on Pier 695, just on that second post back. So the boat never stops. What we do is we get about the large expanse of lawn we're going to be passing by here is known as the 700 Club. All the piers share the address of 700, and the home's the address of 700 South Lakeshore Drive.
Bueno amigos, aquí les debo dejar el video, espero les guste, den like, compártanlo. Saludos ahí a todos los suscriptores. Miren, está todo chido aquí la verdad. Ahí está amigo.
Now starting with these green boat canopies here, we're going to